Hello, the viewers of at Link Buses. How have you been? How is Lent taking you? How is the fasting month? Is both for all of us. It's not segregating the Muslims, not even all the Christs. They are also fasting. How is it taking you? And how are you finding it all? Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for sparing some data to view in our videos. Today at Link, we have the 15 questions being fired to the head of administration link buses. Who is the head of administration? Head of administration, this is Tom Best Alinde. Who is Tom Best Alinde? Is graduate of Uganda Matters University. After graduating from Uganda Matters University, he went to MTN Uganda where he worked before he came to Link Buses as the trainer of customer care. After training customer care for some good years, he was promoted to the manager customer care. Thereafter, he was given another position in the same company, that is Link Buses, to be the PR manager, public relations, and from there, guess what? He was promoted, he was appointed as the head of administration, Link Buses. The appointment came in on 1st of December 2024, and today in our count he has marked 100 days in office. So that has made us more curious to know what has transpired in these 100 days. Why did the appointment come in, and how much is it taking us, how far? So that's why I have decided to bring you Mr. Tom Best Alinde to fire him the 15 questions, and me, Atoklara, I'll be taking you straight away to our guest in the studio. Tom Best, congratulations on behalf of the viewers, on behalf of the customers, passengers, and fans of Link Buses.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you so much. I'm so humbled.
For sure, we have been seeing you on social media doing those different security alerts, giving us in times of accidents, you calm our situations down and you tell us how good the situation it should be, how we should be like that. And it's not of surprise. It didn't take us as a surprise when they appointed you as the head of administration. That's why we are still going to say congratulations and well done. Congratulations again upon finishing the 100 days in office, and well done for the good work done so far.
Thank you so much, Laura.
How do you find your office?
It's beautiful. It's challenging, but also very, very interesting. It's very interesting to know that you're in charge of business and to direct business and to ensure that customers have the best, but also that your staff are very interested in coming to their workstations each day. Like your staff has got to be looking forward to returning to the work desk or the workstation each day. So that is why I say it is both interesting and challenging because you have to think of how will this staff keep wanting to return? How will this staff be able to work with a smile? But also, how shall we ensure that we're keeping the customer very happy to ensure that the customer is returned every other day and that the customer is always choosing link buses? That is the task that I have.
So your aim is to glue us on our seats in the buses.
Exactly.
Nevertheless, how, if you were to describe your first 90 days, leave alone the 10 that have added on, but your first 90 days, how would you describe them? Because though that is from first, we are going to the same, that was first, that is December, January, and February. How would you describe your first 90 days?
Well, the first 90 days definitely have been characterized with learning, a lot of learning, because as you have described, I've been here for quite a couple of years. So there are so many things that I knew, and actually certain offices were in charge. So I was definitely limited in activity, in operations. But right now, many of the offices have got to go there and understand what exactly happening. So it's been a very, very serious learning experience. But you're learning at the same time, you're expected to be active. So you're working, you're learning on the job. It is like having to go to school. At the same time, you have to work, but at the same time, you have family at home. So you must balance. But largely, it's been learning and ensuring that you're letting these people know that you're around and that things are going to change. The first 100 days have been characterized by change, having to change this and that, because I can tell you it is not business as usual. If you knew us maybe like 4 months ago, I'm very sure you'll find it that things are different.
Okay, the first 90 days have been more of change. So, what are your major focus? What were your major focus and change? Because you have been in link, you've been knowing how things have been evolving, how decisions were being taken, and how things have been handled style internally and externally, because you've been the peer. So what have been your major focus in change?
Well, of course, it is usually said that time is money. So I've been number one concerned with the way we do business, the speed that we use, because our customers are very interested in time. So they want to see this bus loading very fast and leaving. But before the bus leaves, there is a lot of work that happens behind. Yeah, the garage is doing a lot of work. The booking office, the customer care office is supposed to be there to guide, welcome these people, guide them to ensure that the security is doing the right things, because we do not only have to focus on having people get onto the buses, but also their security. So I've had to ensure that the security is doing the right things in a timely way. Yeah, that the guides are also doing the right things in a timely way. So I've basically been focusing on removing obstacles, things that delay business, and also ensuring that decision making is quite faster. I've ensured that people are arriving in time at the workplace, because if you come late, definitely you're going to find queues. So my focus has been to ensure that time is well managed for us to be able to give a great experience at the workplace and before our customers.
Well done, and really that's a great move, because just like you said, time is money. And in your 100 days, have you achieved something?
Yes, yes, Laura, quite a lot. Actually, in my first 100 days, and as we marked that day on the 11th of March, I looked around how best we could have that celebrated. But remember, I had never met my managers all across the operation area. So that day, it was my choice to give them a presentation, give them an address for the very first time in a formal way. Of course, we've been talking on the phone here and there. But this time around, I had to bring them to speed in relation to their achievements. Because in a place like this, you find that many times you cause change, but people will tell you that it is not possible. It is not possible. So I had reason to bring them together and show them so far what they have achieved. Of course, together with them, whereas I had an enumeration of their achievements, Maybe for them they didn't have, but probably they've been saying what is changing, what is happening. So this time around, I had to mention, and you see, achievements do not have to be so big things.
Okay.
Yeah, it is those small little things. For example, time management to ensure that the customer care team is in office in time. The booking office, team is around. The security is respecting time. Is a very great achievement because without those, the customer experience is going down. If you talk about issues, another small thing, we have an electronic ticketing system, but we've been given receipts to passengers without unique identifiers. Okay, there is a unique identifier, a code on that receipt, yeah, but that would only help us this side as a company. But imagine our passengers have been sometimes misplacing these tickets. But the moment you misplace a ticket, you're bounced maybe by an inspector out of the bus. You're coming to the customer care team and they're telling you, we can't believe you. What if you shared? Maybe you gave the ticket to somebody else to use it and then you're coming. So we say, look, we have people's names, we can have them on the receipts. We have people, everyone almost having a phone number. Why not put the phone number? So the phone number and the name right now are a big thing and they have caused very, very great change, I can tell you.
Okay, how do you measure success? Because you're telling us now you're including identifiers on tickets. How do you measure your success? Do you have major KPIs or something that you use to really measure your success?
Well, how I measure my success, yes, I have those formalities, but I have not yet put them out. I first want everyone to get on board, everyone to come and realize that, hey, there is a change. But as for me internally, what I'm looking at the moment is generally the customer experience, the feedback. We're beginning to look at our social media feedback, trying to shift. It is shifting from the negative to the positive. You will never fail to have the critics. Yeah? They will be there, but they only help us to reshape ourselves. So, if you want to measure our success, look at the feedback that is there. Look at the feedback that is inside, within the company itself. You're going to see happier stuff. Like I told you when I came in, and I was focused on two things. Yeah, the happiness of the staff, but also the happiness of our customer. So you're going to look at, because I've told you decision making is now quicker. Yeah, that is my biggest interest. So I do not want anybody in the decision making position delay. Yeah, somebody is supposed to go to work and maybe needs, like a phone or a printer. Why should it take ages to get that? Yeah. So let us very quickly fix that and have everything done.
Uh, you have made moves on different things. I would really love to thank you because you've already said that feedback from the social media family that is changing, and that is so nice. But how, apart from the feedback, what successes have you registered apart from the identifiers and other thing? What other successes have you registered from your internal KPIs, you said?
Well, you're going to look at the customer experience. For example, here at the Kampala terminal, within the luggage, has improved. Yeah, because immediately we came in, we caused changes, we caused rotations and transfers here and there, and now we have better customer experience. How we measure that is the level of complaints that are being received by the call center, by our customer care platforms. Those have really gone down. So that is yet another achievement there. We have had also, rotations in the buses, like I talked about, where you find this conductor is now on a different bus and the van man. Our people many times when they overstay, they create certain ties, certain relationships, and those relationships at times will work against maybe the customer or even the company. So we've got to keep breaking those to ensure that people are focused on the professional side of doing things.
Okay. Um,
Would you
you
like me to talk about the cleanliness of the buses?
the viewers, the customers, and passengers
Yes, that
would
too
really
has
love
improved
to.
because we even had to put an extra person to ensure that there is real monitoring of how buses are washed. We have improved communication. We have now, within the company, we have now more WhatsApp platforms. Yeah, we're now also able to hold meetings on, online. Yes, like recently I had the very first meeting with my managers, like I told you when I was marking 100 days in office. So we talked to the manager from Kasese was online, from Gundugujo, Bwera, Masindi, Oima, the managers we have in Kampala, those at the head office, the manager of the fleet and garage, they were all online.
So
And it was a very beautiful experience. Yesterday alone, we had another, our weekly business review meeting that happens every Wednesday. Yesterday, it was hard to meet physically. We had to do it online. That is another change that has already come, within the first. Hey, now this is the second 100 days because it happened yesterday. But yes, we expect actually so much more.
we are also looking forward to having more of the improvements, and with your
Have you looked at the improvement in the security? How security is now handling people?
I think I am going to tell my family, the online viewers, please, the customers, passengers, the friends of Link, pass by the Kampala terminal, go have your travel, go purchase your ticket, and come tell us your experience. Is he lying or is he telling us the
That can
truth?
come. I must also remind you because you might forget that this was part of the first 100 days. If you remember, my appointment was on 1st December,
December.
that was 2024. So when I came in, my first focus was to deliver the best Christmas gift ever to our customers. And so I did with my teams, different teams,
Oh,
the best thing possible to ensure that we had the most organized Christmas because we also had the biggest numbers ever. But what did we do? I can tell you that previously we had been suffering with, these petty thieves who are coming to take people's
people's
ladies'
bag.
handbags, snatching laptop, snatching phones. I can tell you that we don't have a record of any of those as per the
Last
2024
Christmas.
Christmas.
Oh,
Why? Because we organized ourselves. We had the security team that was overseeing the whole area, scanning both physically but also on the CCTV cameras, sharing a lot of information. Like I told you, we have improved the flow of information, communication within the company. Because after all, if you remember in your secondary school, if they asked you factors responsible for the development of Kampala,
well,
you could easily mention
strategic location.
transport and communication. So
Oh,
these two move hand in hand.
Transport
So
and
we had,
communication.
yes, we had a crowd management team ensuring to control the queues, ensuring to check for the special categories of people, pregnant women, the elderly, the sick, and all those. But as they were doing all that, the security team was definitely moving around. I can tell you, I had never seen a Christmas tree.
Our viewers, you're going to judge us on this. Don't forget to type that in the comment section, and do not forget to tell us what your experience was like in that time. For sure. Thank you. And in our next time, let us come back with other questions.